A very good morning and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. And this morning, let us take a look on what's happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. Majara Jaro says apparently there are senior military men and South African government officials who have just landed in Harare to quell the tension between Zimbabwe's leadership, which is getting out of hand and causing a security threat. And this was posted last evening. Um, and it's very, very important for us to take a look onto this one. So, since yesterday, I was trying by all means possible to get to some people so as to try and confirm if these rumors are true. And for sure, this morning I got a message, and the message said there is a delegation which is in Zimbabwe, but they do not know the reason why this delegation is in Zimbabwe. So that is the information which is circulating within the secret corridors. So, people just want a normal Zimbabwe, just want a peaceful Zimbabwe. And let me tell you one thing: South Africa is the biggest loser if the government of Emerson Mnangagwa goes. They are the biggest losers because the fall of Emerson Mnangagwa is the fall of Cyril Ramaphosa. These guys are protecting each other. So if Cyril Ramaphosa, if Emerson falls, Cyril Ramaphosa will fall. If Cyril falls, Emerson will fall. So they are leaving office almost at the same time, one after the other. That is the order, that is the reason why you would see that Cyril will do everything and anything to defend Emerson, because his existence is because of the protection he will be getting across the river. So remember, Zimbabwe has been running some sort of intelligence within South Africa because they fear of an uprising coming from the people who are based in South Africa. So they always have some information and some intelligence right there. They are afraid that if there is a government which is hostile to South Africa, right in Zimbabwe, it will influence the ANC to change direction. And once the ANC manages to change direction, then it's trouble. Because imagine a situation where some comrades from the ANC might cross over to Zimbabwe and they are fighting against each other. It will be disaster. So they don't want such a situation. So forget about that thing which we are always told that South Africa is a superpower, whatever is a regional power. They've lost that mentor. At this point in time, the man who is calling shots within the region is Emerson. But Emerson is now incapacitated because he's now a lone ranger. So everything is going in a wrong direction. That is the reason why you would see that South Africa would be at the forefront of trying by all means possible to come and influence positions or things right here in the nation of Zimbabwe. So this is what's happening, and this is the South African plane, which is believed to have landed in Zimbabwe yesterday. So we'll continue to watch and see whatever which is happening right there, and we'll continue to monitor the political tensions, the political situation right there. Let me tell you, the tensions which we have seen within ZANU-PF, they might appear to have cooled down, but both factions are planning right now. Hakusi kurarwa. This I can tell you kuti hakuzi kurarwa, ende zvinhu zvinomira zvakanaka. So the biggest challenge right now is who makes the first move, because both sides they are dragging, and the generals they've chosen to follow always, which means they are not going to be on the forefront. They are always behind in terms of they react to whatever which might have happened. That is the biggest challenge which is there. So whoever is going to be more strategic, whoever is going to deploy the best tactics is going to outmaneuver the other. But in my own view, I see the general and his principal going almost at the same time. They've overstayed their welcome in power. They've been there for a very long time. It's time for them to to reconsider even resigning and leaving the younger generation in charge of the affairs of this nation. If they really love this nation, they must sit down with political players to say, all political players, come, let us sit down, let us resolve and fix this problem. We know that we've done A, B, C, D, and we need to fix, we need to make amends. Then they make concessions, they agree to retain the looted wealth which was looted out of this country and staged in foreign countries. If they agree to that, I see them being pardoned. They also need to accept their to take responsibility of their actions in Matabeleland, in Gukurahundi, their actions in Mrambatsvina, their actions in the looting of Tokwemkosi funds, which are supposed to compensate the people. You know, the placement of Tokwemkosi people into 1 hectares, that is the looting of their land, which they are supposed to be given. All those issues, they need to be addressed. Then they need to address the issues of corruption, the Marange Diamonds scandals, the gold mafia scandals. All these issues, they need to be addressed in all honesty. Then the next leadership decides to pardon them. If they are going to pardon them, they will say, okay, you guys no longer have many years to live, so we'll pardon you. You live right in Zimbabwe with conditions that you won't be getting treatment anyway. But muno muZimbabwe sezvo muri makagadzira healthcare yakafa morapwa muno. So, you know, these men, it's either they accept to these terms and conditions which we are talking about, or they'll be forced to accept them, because one day they will lose power. And once they lose power, what is going to happen is that they won't be in control of whatever which is going to happen. So it's better for them to negotiate now, say that they save themselves. We need to recover. You know, our biggest demand is the recovery of the stolen wealth. We don't care much about anything. We just need accountability. You tell us, where is the Itai Zamara? What happened to Itai Zamara? They know what happened to all the people who were murdered, the people who disappeared, people, some of them who were heinously murdered. We just need explanation. Then those who are responsible for some activities, they need to be answerable. And then we move forward as a nation, because whether they like it or not, it will come a day where that accountability is going to be demanded. Even us in power, because the power comes, power goes. Look at the Mugabe family. They were once powerful, but where are they now? They are no longer powerful. And vaakutongofamba vachitongoita zvinoita vamwe vachiteerera teerera. So one day, that change, which a lot of people in Zimbabwe are crying for, will come. Definitely, change will come to the nation of Zimbabwe, and the people of Zimbabwe will be happy once again. So this is what is happening. These are the reports which are there. There is a plane which was spotted in Harare, which is believed it was carrying South African delegations, both military and government, who are believed to be in Zimbabwe to negotiate with the leadership which is there. Because, as I always said in the past, the removal of Emerson, it means the removal of Sri. So they will need to protect each other against all costs. Look at what happened when there was chaos in Zimbabwe. A delegation was dispatched from South Africa, a delegation which was led by Analendiwe and Ana Esma Khashule. All those people, you know, they were so vocal and so against the ZANU-PF regime. They wanted things to be done the right way. But what happened is that Cyril then went on to purge them, and he fired them from the ANC because he wanted to neutralize the comrades within the ANC, so that they take a similar position with the position of the regime right here in Harare. So that is one of the biggest challenges and the biggest problem which happened. But the removal of this one is going to pave way for mass resistance for Cyril, because right now, if the ANC is no longer popular, they don't want him, and he wants to bring his own person instead of the one who is demanded by the ANC to succeed him. And he's actually a product or is spearheading, you know, what the ANC feel or see as the total destroyal of the ANC. So they want him gone, but it's just that they don't have allies. So this is what is happening, and we'll continue to watch and see. The biggest challenge is that in this region they have created friends everywhere, where they will try by all means possible to back each other. You go to Mozambique, they'll back each other. You go to South Africa, they back each other. You go to Namibia, you go to Angola. They've created a club which protects one another's interests. So this is it, Team Zimbabwe. I love you all, and thank you very much for coming. A very, very beautiful Sunday, a very happy Sunday. Let us continue to pray. Let us continue to worship, because without God, we are just nothing.